Hi, welcome to Hack the File. This is Michael Lopez, and today we're going to be doing the video 2 of the Try Hack Me Authentication Bypass. So we're going to be picking up on task 3 where we left off. And like I said, I've never done this before, so we're going to be doing this together and learning together live. And hope you enjoy. All right, so I just started my machine, and now we're gonna start the attack box. So I'm gonna go back to task 3. We'll read this a little bit and see where we left off. So I'm gonna start my attack box. While this attack box is loading, I'm just gonna talk about my next video. I think I'm gonna do. I want to go into some cyber defense and just run through some book stuff and maybe take a pop quiz at the end. Or I would like to do some hacking out of one of those hacking books. I don't know yet, but something fun. So if you're into cybersecurity or you're trying to get into cybersecurity, this is the right channel for you. Um, I'm not a super elite cybersecurity person. What I'm doing is I'm just running through a bunch of material that I learned in college and refreshing myself on it. That way, when I take my interview or I take some interviews in December, I'll have some knowledge and I'll actually have some refreshed practical skills instead of just the knowledge, is what I meant to say. And actually going through this and making these videos makes me a little bit better prepared for tests and stuff like that if I'm an interview. I'm also trying to do this try hack me so I can get better at pen testing, and I'm going to be applying for some pen testing positions and going for my OSCP. So that's just a little refresh on what's going on this channel, just in case this is your first video. All right, so the attack box is up, and we're gonna go down here to brute force. Okay, just a little quick recap. This is authentication bypass. So what we're doing is we're hacking into the URLs of websites, and um, you know, we did this a username enumeration first, just off a word list to see if we could like get lucky, and we did. We got Simon, Steve, and Robert. So now we're gonna go. This one, I guess we're gonna brute force, and I'm sure we're gonna use a word list as well. Okay, so using valid usernames.txt file we generated in the previous task, we can now use this to attempt a brute force attack on the login page of this. Okay, so what we want to try to do is go to this and open up that URL. So we're just gonna go here, 10.10.84.69 / customer / login. Man, I didn't know I had all caps on that. I guess that doesn't matter, but okay. So let's go there. What did I do wrong? It's HTTP. Okay. All right, we're at the Acme IT support customer login. Okay. A brute force attack is an automated process that tries a list of commonly used passwords against either a single username or, like in our case, a list of usernames. Okay. When running this command, we make sure the terminal is in the same directory as the valid user.names um, .text file. So I'm just going to look at this code real quick, okay? I mean, this command. So we're using the fuff still. And this minus W is going to be where our word list is, right? Valid usernames.text W1 slash user share. Huh. So on this previous one, remember I was saying that it wanted us to create a file called valid usernames.text and add the usernames that you found using fuff. Oh, okay. So we could do that manually, or we can, I guess they want us just to do it manually first. Okay, so we're gonna close this and we can open it from there. So then we're gonna go to um so there's a couple ways we could do this. We could do this on the command line and add it one at a time. Add this Simon, Steve, and Robert. Actually, probably wants all the. I know admin was one. We might have to run this and then pipe those into a text. So I think that's what I want to do. That's probably the easiest way. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna rerun this ffuf. Okay, shouldn't take too long, right? W slash user slash share slash word list slash sec list slash username slash name slash names dot text minus x oops minus d user name fuzz and email equals x and crap. So I want to add equal x and passwords. Password equals x and cpass. Okay. Minus h content type www let's see URL http slash 10.10.4 6 customers dash Mr. Oh. Okay, so exist. Let's pipe that into what do they want me to make it? Valid usernames. Let's see if this works. I don't even valid user. All right, let's see if that works. With those double lines, you guys know what that does. I'm just throwing all this scan into. I think that worked. I don't think that worked. Well, it might just have piped all the names in there. Let's see. Where is your? Where the heck did that put it? Might be root home. Yeah, that did work. Oh, but what is all this other garbage? See, admin, Robert, Simon, and Steve. Okay, I need to. I'm gonna take. Uh, yeah, it's good enough for me, but I'm gonna take out. I'm gonna take out all this other fluff because we don't need it. So Simon and Stevie Boy. Yeah, I'm sure there's a. Oh crap! Did I mess up Stevie. I erased Stevie, but it's okay because I'm just gonna have Stevie right here. I'm gonna cheat. Stevie. All right. I guess I could have just did that, but I piped it in there, and then if you guys figure out a way you can do just pipe just the names, by all means get at it. I'm gonna save this. Okay, so we got these names. I'm just gonna like minimize this because I don't know what this is gonna have us do. So I'm just gonna minimize it just in case I have to open it again. I've been fighting off a sinus infection too, so there's something wrong with my nose. All right, so we'll go back here to the brute force, and all right, we'll go back using the valid username. So now it's looking for that text, okay, and it's in there in the user try hack me. So this is gonna be it's in here in the root, so it's in the same place, and it's gonna look for that. Now it's gonna look for that, and this command is gonna work better now. Okay. When running the command, make sure the terminal is in the same directory. Okay, it is in the same directory. So let's go ahead and read this first, and then we'll run the command, and then we'll get the answer. Okay, so this one should be fast. We're only 14 minutes in. pretty dang good for doing this. Okay, so this fuzz command is a little different from the previous task too. Previously, we used the fuzz word keyword to select where the request the data from the word list would be inserted. But because we're running multiple word lists, huh? We have a we have to specify our own fuzz keyword. In this instance, we've chosen W1. So for our list of valid usernames and W2 for the list of passwords we will try. So I guess we're going to use common credentials and 10 million password list top 100.text. Okay, no, I'm sorry. So we're going to use this 10 million passwords list top 100.text um, and our valid usernames. That's pretty cool. Okay. The multiple word lists are again specified. The multiple word lists are again specified with the W. Okay, so the minus W is our directories for the word list. Is our directory for the word list. Argument, but separated with a comma. Okay, yeah, they're gonna. Okay, that's cool. So we're saying check this one that we just created, W1, comma, and then we're gonna go in this directory original, and then we're gonna say okay, now then go to this directory, passwords, common credentials, and then get this word list, and then it's called W2. Okay, and that's the 10 million password list. That seems like a powerful brute force password list, man. That's pretty cool. When I was talking on the last video, if you remember, um, I was saying that you know you need to use a better password list to crack these things. That's probably good. It has 10 million passwords in it, so now it might run for a long time before it hits anything, but that's a different story. Okay, this is just letting you know about that. Okay, for a positive match, we're using minus FC. So this is where I'm going to write this down. Okay, so there's another little tip. This is why you watch my videos, because this is what I do. So now I'm going to grab my pencil and I'm going to go back to this. So I have a domain enumeration page on here. Okay, you can't see it, but I've got it on my Red Hat book. And I've got 3 of these books. I've got one for digital forensics, I've got one for hacking, and I've got one for cyber defense. So I'm gonna pop my other books out on my other videos, but this is my subdomain enumeration book page. So now I'm gonna put a line right here, and I'm gonna say brute force, because what were we on? We were on brute force. Okay, so I'm gonna put brute force, and I'm gonna underline it because anything under that, I'm gonna put stuff, new information. So the new information on this is this minus FC. So I'm gonna put minus FC because we didn't use it in the last one. Okay, and for a positive match, we're using minus FC argument to check for HTTP status code other than 200. Running the above command will find a single working username and password combination that answers the question below. What is the valid username and password? Oh, nice. So, okay, so I read this wrong. So this brute force, which I mean, common sense, I already knew, is going to enumerate through the list that we created, and it's going to find the right one. Okay, it's got to be one of those for this example, either admin, Stevie, Simon, all that stuff. Okay, then it's going to use the 10 million password list. See, I didn't even know how those username is. That's weird. It's a password list, right? That's it's going to find the password too. So it's username, password. We're hacking into this site with the username and password. Okay. So just fresh brain today, and I didn't really think about that. But okay, that's fine. That's what I'm here for, troubleshooting and stuff and thinking about stuff. So I'm gonna write down we're using -fc to check for HTTP status code. So it's for positive match. So I'm gonna put FC positive match. Okay, give me a second. All right, the kids were getting too loud upstairs, so okay. All right, I wrote that down in my book. I can use that later if I need to. All right, so now we're gonna type in this new command, and we're gonna see if it works. So I'm gonna go to my terminal. FFU F -W lid out names dot text. W1 comma / user / share / wordless secless okay passwords common Lewis Van Sickle. I haven't heard from him in years. Credentials / 10 million password list list top 100 dot text. This W2 -X post Alright, now we gotta do this. Username W18 and W18 and path word W2 that guy header content type application /x x www form URL encoded put in the URL HTTP. This is the URL we're hacking, which is 10.10.84.69 /customers /login. And then we're going to do the -FC 200. All right, let's see if this works. Did nothing. Okay, so what did I do wrong? So, did something wrong, so we'll come up here and we'll look. Okay. I want to see if that's the right name for my. So let's close this. Go here. We'll okay. So it's valid underscore user names dot txt. Yeah, that's what it told us to name it, right? Okay, so that's fine. So we'll open the terminal. Let's check to see what we. Let's check to see what we did wrong. So fuff is w space valid usernames dot text w1 comma user share wordless secless. Okay, so passwords common COMMON dash credentials slash 10 million password list list top 100 dot text w2 x post d. All right, username equals w18. That's the problem right there. So found a problem already. That's not w18, that's w1. See, you can find the w1 and password equals w2. Okay, so that might have been the problem right there. Now the header, content, type. I'll put a space right here, but that doesn't matter. I think I spaced that last time. There's app. There's two P's. Yep, application. X www form URL encoded. HTTP 10.10.8469 customers. Okay, let's try to run that now. What happened? Oh, here you go. Wordless. Okay. $10 million password. Because, oh, wait a minute. W2. Where's the W2 on that? So W1's right here. W2. That's just giving the URL or what? I mean the directory. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that worked either. So it says that I'm supposed to have username and password here. So let's see what else we did wrong. See, that's why I like doing this, because I don't think that's right. So we'll see what we did wrong. Let's go look to see if this passwords is in there. So secless and the username. So it's not FUFF W valid usernames. What the heck is this? Oh, from this from our last scan. Valid usernames. Let's go see if we can find that. Valid usernames. How many minutes we in? 10 plus 10 20. Okay. So let's go to root desktop tools. It's going to be system user share wordless ABCD all the way down here somewhere. QRSTUV W right here. Wordless secless passwords common credentials, and this is basically showing you where these are in your Kali Linux box or whatnot. So 10 million password list top 100. 10 million password list top 100. So it's this one. All right, so that's there. So we know that's there. We know ours is there. So it must be up this. I'm gonna close this one. Run that. Let's do this again. Fuff. Valid usernames should be .text should be the, and that's the, oh wait, that's the root. Yeah, that's right there. Valid usernames. Underscore user names .text. Yeah, so that's correct, and that's in the root. So that's going to find that there. So that's good too. Okay, so this is all good right here. .text W1 maybe. Yeah, it's capital W1. Comma. Should there be a space right there? No, it doesn't show a space in there. User share wordless passwords common credentials 10 million. Text W2 X POST D username equals W1 and password equals W2. Header content type so application X WWX form year then encoded URL encoded man minus U HTTP. Oh man, I'm missing some backslashes on that HTTP. Did you notice that? And you guys didn't say anything. Man, that's terrible. So I think that was a problem. It can't find the URL because there's no backslashes right there. Let's see. All right, let's see what else we run into crap here. Is this up? Okay, hold up. Progress 4 out of 100. Progress 100, 100. Nothing. Oh. Okay, hold up. Let's try to run that without this crap. Let's see what happens. Okay, so what that does is, let's see what's going on here. Errors. All right. So it's running these with different passwords to see if we can get it to brute force this. So progress. I think it found Steve, and it's trying to run Steve. I think Steve is the username. It's trying to run Steve and 10 million different. Man, look, that's an interesting one right there. Oh, that's funny. So going through, I think it's Steve is the username. So Steve Matrix. So it's obviously running through the. It's not posting it. So this X post up here isn't running. Is it running good? Isn't right? So let's go back over there to see what's going on. All right, I'm back. So I figured out what was wrong with it. When I piped it into that file, when I piped the names and then I erased the stuff, it didn't create a text file or the right kind of file. So when I ran that original code and I piped it in there, don't do that. It literally said at the bottom right here, create a file named valueUsernames.txt. Just do that. So what I did was I just right clicked on here in the directory and I put create document, empty file, and I renamed it valueUsernames.txt. Do that. Don't get all fancy and pipe stuff, because it messed up the text file, and There was nothing that, once it was created, there was nothing I could do about it. It wasn't a text file or something, so it wasn't reading right. So what it was doing, it was reading the last name in there. So if you look at this one, it was only reading like admin on here, or Steve, whatever one was on the bottom. And so um, whenever I ran it, it was getting just, it was, of course, you weren't, when I was filtering out. So this right here, um, so here's the command again. So this right here is a filter, and it says, because you're gonna get a lot of 200 errors, right? 200 status code. So we're using the F minus FC argument to check for HTTP status code other than 200. So that we were, when you run it without it, you get nothing but error 200s. And so I I ran it, and we can even do that. So like if you go here and you go and you run this, you're gonna get all the what it tried, right? It's trying admin, it's trying Thunder, it's trying Roberts, trying Taylor, and those don't work. So you're gonna get an error 200 on there, and so you're gonna have to go through here and find the one that it hit the jackpot, right? So you don't want to do that. So it was filtering out. So, and look, it found it. So just my advice on this try hack me, don't get fancy, like I did trying to pipe that information in there. Just do what it says word for word, because I ran out of time troubleshooting that, and then I did some other stuff that, if I would have did that on camera, that type of troubleshooting is my own error anyways. You wouldn't have uh, benefited from it, and it would have wasted a lot of time. So the bottom line is, don't get fancy. I said just do what it says. So I just did what it said, created it, and I had to do a lot of stuff to figure all that out, what was going on. I was running it and looking at it, and I was troubleshooting it. It was running just the bottom one, so I was like, there's got to be something wrong with this text file. So I just follow the instructions, bottom line. And so I think this is the, like I said, I've never ran this program, but I think this is it found Steve and Thunder. So we're going to type in Steve and Thunder. I haven't even typed this in yet, though. This might not even be right yet. Okay, so that's the correct answer. Yay! So that sucked. That was a lot of troubleshooting because I try to get fancy. And redirect. I say pipe, and we all know that pipe is the line. But where I worked, I had an engineer who would always say, pipe it in there, pipe it in there. No matter what, like he's like, yeah, pipe that in there. So I say pipe now when I say direct it or whatever. Anyways, that was pretty cool, like when it works, okay. And basically what it did is it did a brute force on the pass, on the username that you found. Now, like I said, we use the username list that's, of course, is going to hit with this example, but and then we can use a bigger password list that's got 10 million. Apparently, we only used the top 100. So and then it ran through, cracked it, boom, came up with Steve Thunder. So that's how you use FUF. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to write down this command line structure to do that. So like if I already did these steps, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, I'm going to write down this command, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to put down in parentheses, I'm going to put let's say username .text file. Okay, that's going to tell me, and then I'm going to put dot text. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to put semicolon. Well, yeah, W1. Give me a second. So then I'm going to put down this stuff here, and then I'm going to put down password directory. Okay, because that's what that is. And then the X post and the D. This is just I've already got this stuff down, and I already know how to use this, and then the URL. Of course, you can add the URL, and the FC I already wrote down. So the main stuff is this. When you're running two at once, you're going to use the comma. Oh, I forgot to put that comma. Okay, and then you're going to do the directory of the passwords that you're going to run. So that's very important. And that's all I'm going to go through. Next video, so this is going to be 4 videos, because yeah. So the next video we're going to do logic flow, and the next one we're going to do cookie tampering, and then that'll be just a. So what I do is I go through one of these whole things one a day, but for the videos here, I'm going to go through one section a day, because it's taking a long time. But I hope that you learned something from this that'll make it a lot easier for you when you go through this stuff, to get through it and actually have it on your resume or post it on LinkedIn. Because what I'm doing is I'm doing these one a day. I'm posting them on LinkedIn, and I'm getting a lot of views on it, and people saying stuff like, "Hey, that's cool" and stuff, and so this is actually very good. And I'm getting the experience. Like right now, I learned how to use this FUF, right, to bypass authentication, the process of it in websites. So, like I said, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe. This one was kind of wasn't that bad, wasn't that easy either. And yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I hack the file.